In early January 2017, secret space program whistleblower Corey Good says he was taken to Antarctica to witness the first scientific excavations of ruins from an ancient flash-frozen civilization buried under 2 miles of ice. While the discovery of the ruins date back to the first Nazi German expedition in 1939 according to Good, it is only since 2002 that excavations by archaeologists and other scientists have been allowed. The archaeologists have allegedly prepared documentary films and academic papers whose release will astound the scientific community. In a December 11, 2016 update, Good describes how he had been earlier made aware of the Antarctica excavations from multiple sources, and then had the excavations also revealed to him by a senior officer within a USAF-led secret space program he dubbed Sigmund. Sigmund led a covert mission involving multiple abductions and debriefings of Good, who was being tested for the fidelity of his information. After being satisfied about the accuracy of Good's information and sources, Sigmund unexpectedly shared some of his knowledge about the Antarctica excavations. It involved a civilization led by 10-12-foot-tall pre-Adamites with elongated skulls. 3 oval-shaped motherships about 30 miles in diameter were discovered nearby, revealing that the pre-Adamites were extraterrestrial in origin, and had arrived on Earth about 55,000 years ago. One of the 3 ships has been excavated and found to have many smaller spacecraft inside. The pre-Adamite civilization, at least that portion of it based in Antarctica, had been flash-frozen in a cataclysmic event that had occurred roughly 12,000 years ago. Good has also been told by his contacts that the most advanced technologies, and the remains of pre-Adamites themselves have been removed from one archaeological site that will be made public. Teams of archaeologists have been working with what is left, and told to keep secret what else they had seen. Artistic depiction of ruins found under Antarctica. Permission, Sphere being Alliance. In addition, select ancient artifacts from other locations will be brought in from vast warehouses and seeded into the archaeological site for public release. In their impending announcement about the Antarctica excavations, emphasis will be on the terrestrial elements of the flash-frozen civilization in order not to shock the general population too much. According to Good, the announcement is likely to be timed as a distraction from upcoming war crimes trials against global elites as leaks emerge about international pedophile rings and child trafficking. Up until recently, everything Good knew about the Antarctica excavations had been shared to him by insider sources or Sigmund. That changed in early January 2017, when Good was himself taken to Antarctica to witness the ruins and the excavations underway. At a short personal briefing on January 24, and subsequent dinner discussion which included David Wilcock, Good related some of the details about his most recent Antarctica trip. He has previously reported on an earlier visit to Antarctica where he got to see 5 of the working underground bases belonging to the Interplanetary Corporate Conglomerate, a corporate-run secret space program based in Antarctica. Good says that shortly after New Year, 2017, he was taken to Antarctica by an Anshare spacecraft. The Anshare are one of the 7 inner-Earth civilizations that Good has met with. He has in earlier reports described being taken to the main underground city belonging to the Anshare, where he witnessed their advanced technologies. Good has described his multiple encounters with Kari, a high priestess of the Anshare, who has acted as his guide and friend in many trips into the Earth's interior, Antarctica and into deep space. Another key figure in Good's revelations is Gonzalez, who is a U.S. Navy lieutenant commander that was Good's initial contact with a secret space program alliance comprising the Navy's Solar Warden program along with defectors from other secret space programs. After being exposed due to Good's involuntary abductions and interrogations by Sigmund, Gonzalez has become a liaison between a main secret space program and the SSP alliance, which no longer requires his presence on Earth. In his early January 2017 visit, Good says he was joined by Kari, Gonzalez, and 2 other inner-Earth civilization representatives, one of whom belonged to an Asian-looking race that Good has described in his initial meeting with representatives from the 7 inner-Earth civilizations. Good and the others were taken by the Anshare spacecraft to an unexcavated portion of the ruins. This was an area that the nearby scientific teams have not yet reached, so it was still pristine, and showed the full extent of a civilization that had been flash-frozen. Good described seeing bodies twisted and contorted in various flash-frozen states. The catastrophe had clearly been unanticipated. He said that the pre-Adamites were very thin. He stated it was evident from examining their bodies that they had evolved on a planet with a much lower gravitational environment. In addition to the pre-Adamites, Good also saw many different types of normal-sized humans, some of whom had short tails, while others had elongated skulls similar to the pre-Adamites. The conclusion Good drew was that the pre-Adamites were conducting biological experiments on the indigenous humans of the planet,